Morning, another beautiful day in God's kingdom. Perhaps like me, you live in a society or a community or of people where everything is meant to be done quietly. You have that um facade of calm all of the time. We don't like excessive drama. Anything that is too too out of the ordinary is not really acceptable. And unfortunately, when it comes to the things of God, sometimes drama is exactly what God wants. Just like we find in the story that we're looking at, as we look at this epic battle building up in this story. So we're in the book of First Kings, chapter 18, and we continue to read. And here we see Elijah speaking with King Ahab. And this is what he says, 1 Kings 18 and from verse 18. Then Elijah says, I have made no trouble for Israel. You and your family are the troublemakers, for you have refused to obey the commands of the Lord and have worshipped the images of Baal instead. Now summon all Israel to join me at Mount Carmel, along with the 450 prophets of Baal and the 400 prophets of Asherah who are supported by your queen Jezebel. So Ahab summoned all the people of Israel and the prophets to Mount Carmel. So Elijah is discussing or having this conversation with King Ahab, the king of Israel, and he gives him this. He tells him this this word and says, "Tell all the people to gather, all the people and all of the prophets of Baal and Asherah, of a total of 850 prophets standing against this one man, Elijah." And you look at this and you see this is obviously drama at its highest, because not only is he challenging these prophets, he's challenging them and saying, come, let's go to the highest place. Let's go to Mount Carmel, where we're going to be visible, where everybody can see what is going on. And sometimes for us as believers, we want to shrink away from all of that drama. You just want to do things quietly. You want to pray quietly in your closet, pray quietly, in your room, and just let God transform things out there. And of course that is always effective in its own place, but sometimes God wants us to take dramatic stands for him. He wants us to stand up for him and to proclaim his word, or he wants us to stand up and be counted, or he wants us to stand up and oppose certain things. Sometimes that is exactly what God wants us to do, and we need to be able to tell the difference. In this case, Elijah knew that this was the only way that he was going to be able to deliver God's judgment and allow the people of God begin to come back to worshiping God. And he needed to do it in this dramatic fashion. No wonder, God, Jesus says in the book of Matthew, I believe chapter 5 of chapter 6, he says, that we as Christians, we are a city set on a hill, and a city that is set on a hill cannot be hidden. Sometimes we have to stand up and be dramatic, or stand up and be counted. God bless you. Have a beautiful day.